In this video, I will tell you about hide and isolate options of AutoCAD. So here we have the simple drawing. Now, let's say that we want to work on certain parts of the drawing, and for that we need less crowded drawing. So in that case, you can hide some of these objects from your drawing area and you can work on the parts which you require, and later on you can restore the visibility of those hidden parts. So obviously you can do that using layers, but that's a selective process which involves turning on and off certain layers. But if you don't want to involve layers, you can directly use the hide and isolate options to turn visibility of certain objects on and off. So I'll explain it using this drawing. So in this case, let's say that we want to hide all of these dimensions and also some of the extra annotations which are present in this drawing. So for that, I'll select the dimension first and then right click and select this option, select similar. So that will select all of these dimensions. Now I'll click on this ground level text, then right click, select the same option. It will select all the text, and I'll also select these objects from our drawing area. Now these are the objects that I want to hide. Now in order to hide them, simply right click anywhere, select this isolate option, and now select hide objects. Now the objects are hidden. Obviously the objects are not deleted. You can restore them back whenever required when the editing is done. So in this case, let's say that we want to add a new geometry here. So I'll go to the circle tool and I'll add a new circle here. Now we want to bring back all the objects. So for that, once again, right click anywhere, go to the isolate option and select this option, end object isolation. And we have all the objects back in drawing area. Now, if you want to work on certain objects and you want to retain them instead of hiding them, and you want to hide all of the other objects from your drawing area, you can do that as well. So in this case, let's say that we only want to work with this circle and with this line. Now rest of the objects we don't want here, we want to hide them. So select the objects that you want to retain, then right click, go to isolate and select isolate objects. So that will help you in retaining those objects, and rest of the objects will be hidden. Now let's erase this circle, and now we'll bring back all the objects. So simply right click, select the isolate option and select end object isolation, and all of these objects are back in the drawing area. Now you can do the same thing using the hide and isolate status bar option. So here we have this hide and isolate option. So you can click on this hide isolate option and select hide or isolate tool. But before using that, you need to make a selection. For example, let's say that we want to hide all of these dimensions. So I'll select the dimension, right click, and I'll select this option, select similar. That will select all the dimensions. Now go to this option, the isolate objects, and select hide objects, and they are now hidden. In order to bring it back, you can again go to the same status bar option and select this end object isolation. So click on it and the objects are back in the drawing area. So you can use any of these methods, either the right contextual menu or the status bar icon. That depends completely on your preference. So this was all about the hide and isolate options of AutoCAD.